this video on the amazing palm root stone, palm root crystal. And this is going to be part one of a video series I'm doing about crystals that I'm going to be working with personally in 2021. So they're going to be just informational videos about some amazing crystals, so you don't actually have to care about who I am and what I'm doing with them. Just enjoy. I am Bianca Eleanor. I am a crystal transpersonal therapist and a stone medicine practitioner. I have been working intensively with crystals for about 7 or 8 years now. I have received in-person training with both Judy Hall and Philip Permit. I have studied at the London College of Psychic Studies. I have undergone many crystal healing certification courses, to the point where I now am a crystal educator myself. I've attended some amazing online mystery schools. I'm qualified as a crystal Reiki master, a Rahani celestial healer. I hold the 9 rights of the monarchy. And I'm a past life regressionist. I don't actually offer past life regressions and all different treatments. Basically, I bring everything back into my work with crystals. I do offer one-to-one healing sessions, both in person and distantly, wherever you are in the world, or during COVID. And if you want more information about how you can book a session with me, or some information on my online courses or in-person workshops, you can find all that info on my website, which is takinacrystals.com. But for now, let's get back to talking about the amazing palm root. So the palm root crystal is really a stone of elemental alchemy, and it holds a really potent earth medicine within it. So when the palm roots of ancient mystical Indonesian palm trees sunk into the earth, our earth mother, millions and millions and millions of years ago, the silica carried in the underground water, combined with the intense pressure of the earth that the roots were under, caused the pseudomorphic process of wood being replaced by the microcrystalline quartz, so largely chalcedony and jasper. So this means that the wood and the root of the palm tree has turned into a material with a crystalline structure. So technically a member of the chalcedony family with a hardness of 6.5 to 7. That's what palm root is as we see it here and now. So technically speaking, the palm root now holds within it all elements. It holds the earth element, so it's birthed from the earth and it returned to the earth. It came up from the earth soil and it went back down into the earth soil. It holds the light and the heat of our fiery sun when it was a plant, when it was a tree, and it used the sunlight for its photosynthesis, and the air, it photosynthesized the air during its time when it was a tree, and the water element that caused it to adapt and transform its inner structure over centuries. And then also, like the rain that was there in the world at the time it was above ground. I mean, you gotta remember that was a different time on earth, where everything would have been purer. The air would have been purer, the water of the planet would have been purer, and that is all now elementally encapsulated in the palm root. So I'm a bit like Pocahontas, so I believe that every rock and tree and creature and spirit has a name, and I can't help but think of the palm root as this soul of an ancient tree that stood under the stars of a different time in one of the most magical areas of our planet. So I see it as magical. I have sadly never been to Indonesia, but I've had this weird, strange affinity towards Indonesia from childhood, since I saw it once on one of those holiday channels. It wasn't a teletext thing, but my parents used to have like the holiday channels. You could shop for a package holiday, and I would beg them to go there, but they were like, no. Anyway, I never went there. They never took me there. One day I'll take myself there. And the other thing was when I did GCSE music, I discovered gamelan music. Oh my god, I love gamelan music. I love meditating to it now. It just really resonates with me and just takes me somewhere else. So it might be that for me. Maybe that's why I love this palm root so much. But it is an amazing mineral. Visually, I think it's stunning. It's got so many pieces that look like fire against a midnight sky, which is also strangely something that I've seen in past life regressions. Um, so many monochrome crystals are good for shadow work because you have the light and the dark meeting as one. But energetically, the palm root has such a lighter tone and feel to it than like obsidian or a strophalite. So there's something that I didn't expect. Like, obviously, I saw photos of this crystal before I purchased some. And when I actually felt it for the first time, it was not, I'm not saying it's not as potent, it was just not as intense and heavy as some of the other shadow work crystals. So in times of transformation, perhaps you're having what some people refer to as like a shamanic death. Palm root helps you to go through this process with less resistance. So it reminds us that actually this process does not have to be that difficult. In fact, it gently releases and heals our old, outdated energies and stabilizes any new spiritual upgrade energies we have coming in. So I guess it's almost like a cheat sheet code in shadow work, because if you have this piece and you work with it and you have it close with you and you're meditating regularly with it, it actually heals and releases some of those outdated energies without you having to become consciously aware of it and then work on it and do the work. So it works how most people expect all crystals to work, basically. Obviously you have to have some kind of intention and willingness, and you can't just be a silly person. I was trying to think of a word that wasn't a swear word then. If you keep doing the same thing, nothing's going to change. But if you are going through that process in your life where you know things are about to shift or things have to shift, this stone really makes it easier. Yeah, we'll just leave it as that. So it's almost unconsciously painless when you work with it, and it helps stabilize your emotional foundations, and therefore leaving you feeling more confident and making the right decisions because you feel more confident. So sometimes you have to do something you don't want to do, and it's a bit scary, but it really helps ground in that personal power. And so that you'll naturally just make the right decisions because you feel safer in yourself. So it's also really extremely helpful in any ancestral healing work. So palm root helps us to identify and release old karmic patterns and current behaviours linked to our ancestral traumas in both past and present lives. Just like you would bury crystals in the earth for deep clearing and reset, palm root helps to transmute negative energies. In this case, I'm talking about negative emotions, so fear, jealousy, and anxiety, etc. Palm root helps increase your personal prana, that's your chi, your life force energy. It's helpful in grounding you into this plane, building strong roots to your foundation in order for self-discovery, both in the metaphorical sense and in like an astral traveling sense, if that's what you're into. It's an amazing for any work you need to do on your Earth Star Chakra, so balancing, unblocking and activating the Earth Star Chakra. You'll just use it with the intention that you want to do on that. You can also be used to balance your root or your base chakra. For a dark stone, it does not hold a very heavy energy and it's fairly uplifting. So if you have a black obsidian, a plain black obsidian, and you wear it as jewellery day in, day out, for some people, they find that energy too heavy and intense, and it actually brings them down. I can't really see that happening with this palm root because it's just a much lighter tone. It's great for connecting to nature and nature spirits. Obviously, it is like a fossilized piece of nature, and it can be used to strengthen your solar plexus as well. So palm root promotes an attitude of continuous and effortless self-evolution, which is something we all need a little of these days, with motivation to carry on along our spiritual path in hard times. So I hope you enjoyed this much shorter than my normal video. And if you enjoy my ramblings, please look out for further videos in this series. You can read the rest of them on my blog right now. You can subscribe to my mailing list. You can get free PDF download gifts on my website, on my homepage, takinikrystals.com. You feel free to join my Facebook group, Stones and Spirit with Bianca Eleanor. And I'm on Instagram. I'm on all the socials really. So wherever you're hanging out, drop me a line. And if you're interested in any of my work, please do not hesitate to contact me, and I'll see you in the next video.